So most of the country probably has heard by now about the shooting of an unarmed young black man in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jonathan Ferrell, 24 years old, crashed his Toyota Camry in a gated neighborhood called the Bradfield Farms, which is in northeast Charlotte. He went looking for help, knocked on this woman's door, and she opens the door without looking out to see who it was, without even asking who it is or what do you want. Immediately slams the door in his face, runs and calls 911, and then you can hear her on the 911 call being all hysterical and saying, I can't believe I effing opened the door and I don't know where my husband's gun is. Now here is a man who is injured, a young man, 24 years old, had a bad car accident, goes to a house seeking help, seeking to use the phone to call the police. In the 911 call, which you can hear him in the background saying hello. The rest of it is inaudible. She's talking about, oh, he's yelling in the yard and he's still in the yard. And then he leaves, I guess seeking help from somewhere else, because apparently this woman didn't want to help him. The police, she again tells the police that he tried to kick in her door, tried to break in his house, which is a complete lie. If he wanted to break in the house, he wouldn't have had to, because you opened the door. At that point, he could have forced his way in if he meant to do you any harm. Okay, so then the police responding to a quote-unquote breaking and entering call. Seated young man in the street, he starts walking towards them to get some help, because we know the police, they're all here just to help, right? They immediately pull out their tasers. He sees these red dots on his chest, and perhaps he has heard of the Malcolm X grassroots report. Every 28 hours, a black person is killed by cops, security guards, or George Zimmerman types. So he starts retreating, but not before he shows them that he is unarmed, hands out, no weapon in his hands. They put the red dots on him, tasers. He's backing away, goes to run, because again, he probably knows that these cops finna shoot me. It doesn't matter that I'm unarmed and got my hands out so they could see there's nothing in my hands. So apparently this other officer by the name of Randall Carrick had flanked him. So when he's trying to get away from the other two cops, which he rightfully should be afraid of, being a black man in America, this idiot opens up on him, fires his gun 12 times, hitting the young man, Jonathan Ferrell, 10 times, and he dies right there on the scene. Now, the family attorney has seen the video, and as he states to the local news media in Charlotte, North Carolina, says to them, says the dash cam video is about 20 seconds long. He sees the police. He starts walking towards the officers, again, immediately pointing their tasers at his chest, all right, from about a distance of 20 feet. In the video, you can see 2 laser beams right on his chest. Then it says he pulled up his pants above waist level. The attorney says he was interpreting that as a move to show him he had no weapons. He then turned to the side and started to run away. Again, the other officer must have flanked him. Says that his arms were outstretched in front of him. Hands are empty. He makes no threatening comments. It was clearly apparent he had no weapons. He never reached for his waistband while running from these other killer cops. And this guy just starts shooting at him. Now, after he shoots and kills him, or shoots him 10 times and he goes down, then that is when these cops finally say, get on the ground, get on the ground. Well, what's the point of yelling, get on the ground, after you have shot and killed the person? He's already down. Okay, so again, this police chief, Rodney Monroe, did the right thing in charging this cop with manslaughter. I know some people are calling for first-degree murder charges, and I mean, I just really think that's hard to prove, okay? And I don't want to see another George Zimmerman trial where this another person gets away with killing a black man. All right. And I'm calling this woman, let's just call her the 911 caller. I'm calling her another George Zimmerman. And this is why I'm calling her another George Zimmerman. Now, she doesn't even look out the door before opening it. She doesn't say, who is it? What do you want? No, she just opens up the door, sees a black man, slams the door shut, then, automatically thinking robber, rapist. He's trying to break in. Come on. Who's going to break in after you have an accident? Who's believing that? Then, they in the media describing it, he was viciously knocking on the door. Who viciously knocks on the door? I've never heard that verb used in a sentence describing someone knocking on the door. I've heard beating on the door. I've heard pounding on the door. I've never heard viciously knocking on the door. I've never heard that. And she's saying he's trying to break in my front door. He's trying to get in. And again, in the audio tape, you can hear him saying, hello. Who says hello? Who stands in your yard and says hello? Again, if he was trying to break into your house, woman, he could have just came right in when you opened up the door. But no, you didn't see a person in need of help. What you saw was a black man, and you immediately racially profiled him and thought robber or rapist. And then the only reason that you didn't pull the trigger and shoot him is because you couldn't find your husband's gun. But of course the cops was there to do the job for you. This is just very disgusting. This is very sickening. I'm just sick of these people. I'm sick of these people like this. All right. And so again, Chief Rodney Monroe, the investigators, the homicide investigators saw the video. Okay. And they charged this cop. And then you got the cops' attorneys, and I'm sure the police fraternal order will be coming out. And like the attorneys already said, it usually takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We've never heard of an officer being charged this quickly. Why should it take 2 to 3 weeks? Usually that's when you're trying to get your stories together, giving the officer time to get his story straight, make sure he got all the details, make sure the story sounds plausible. Then hopefully the public will forget about it. Okay, that's why they usually take that long. Why it doesn't take that long for them to charge a civilian when they have the evidence that civilian has committed a crime. And so let's just hope that we don't get one of those Florida juries in Mecklenburg County that's going to see a black victim and a white cop and allow this killer to get away with killing this young black man. This is Scotty Reed, Black Talk Radio News. I'm out.